Are African foods healthy? Yes, they are. That is my opinion. African foods are very healthy. Our soups, our stews are very healthy. But there's always the ifs and the buts that comes with it. Because we have brought in other things into the food that Africans eat. Let's take, for instance, our oil. So it used to be that we cook with the peanut oil, the coconut oil, and the palm oil. They were the oils that we used to use until they started saying it's high in cholesterol. But that's the oil that Africans used to cook. And they were very healthy oils. Very healthy oils. We knew what is in the oil. You know what you were getting. Sometimes you make them yourself at home. I remember how we used to have a lot of palm oil whenever we do the palm soup. And you can process it. We process it at home, not chemically processed, but you put some tomatoes and some onions to fry it, and they come out perfect. And they were good. You can use it for any other food that you were going to make after the palm nut soup. And these were good oils. Now, what are the oils that we use? We use the canola, we use the sunflower, we use every oil that is chemically made apart from our oils. So if we stick to the oils, which our people used to use, it makes healthy food. And it used to be that we don't even eat a lot of this oil, because I remember how the food, even the oil that is put on, it's normally, we didn't fry food most of the time. It was poured on. So you don't use a lot of it. So if we go back to their old ways of doing things, yes, African foods are very, very healthy. The ingredients we know. Anything that an African used to cook, if they are cooking it, they know what they are using to cook it. Nowadays, there are products that are to save time. It's shelf protected, so there are chemicals here and there in there, preservatives here and there. But if you're going to cook the food by yourself at home, it is basic ingredients and very good for us. Okay. The other if but that comes with it is that it used to be that Africans were done eating. Well, for me, we finish our foods by 6 p.m., 5 p.m. We were done eating. We didn't eat after that. Okay. There was no refrigeration or anything like that. So they were done. We are done eating at 6 o'clock and we're done. But with the modern things, which are good, but then makes us access to more food, okay, at different times of the night that we didn't need it, okay. So it used to be that when you finish eating by 6 p.m., we are done eating. Now from 6 p.m. to the next morning, and sometimes you don't eat again till about 10 o'clock or 11 or 12 o'clock when you eat. That is what is intermittent fasting now, right? And at that time, we thought because we didn't have money and we didn't have money to buy food, so we were poor and all that stuff. But not knowing that those were the good times for us, because our bodies were able to break down the food the way it was supposed to break down. Africans used to walk a lot. Everywhere we go, we walk. So we will eat the food that we eat, but then you walk everywhere you go. Sometimes the whole day you've been walking. So by the time you eat your food, you are even replenishing the energy that you have. Our mothers and our fathers used to go to the farm, work all day, and then come home before they eat. And with all of that, the food had time to break down. Okay, the food had time to break. So, as I said, to me, African foods are very healthy. Portion control. We used to eat in groups, right? It's not like your food is here, my food is here. No. we eat in groups. And as you're eating in groups, you'll be fighting, the children will be fighting, the parents will be conversing, or the adults. You converse as you eat, and no matter how small the food was, it's, for some reason, it was more filling if you eat with others, you know, if you eat with others. And that one I miss a lot. I do miss it. African foods are healthy if we stick with the African food and not add other substitutes or other garnishing or other things added to it. What do I mean by that? That sometimes we will go get spaghetti, add it to our foods, all those things. You know, we used to eat with just water, no soda. So with a soda, it brings additional sugar. And then our carbohydrate food breaks down to sugar. And all this begins to affect us in different ways. So to me, African foods are very healthy. If you haven't tried one before, go to a very authentic African restaurant or a person that cooks their food at home from scratch and enjoy it. It's best eaten with your hands, no matter what people say. The best way to eat an African food